Besides Jay.
Who'd you have last? Who was my guest or my host?
Because
I just heard it called you last week.
I was your host.
All right, we are going to start.
Oh, this is for us? This,
Yes, r/let's. Yeah. All right, ready?
Dude, I'm gonna write it. My brother sent me, I gotta show you.
You're on Reddit.
Yeah, for Quidditch.
r/food.
Yeah.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Good Faith Podcast, where we maneuver around toxic debauchery, attempting to find spiritual harmony with our fellow man and unpack rationalized caustic degeneracy. I'm your host, Ninja Bullock. I understand you could have been a million other places tonight, and that time is the most precious commodity any of us have. So from the bottom of my heart, I'd like to share my gratitude with each and every one of our viewers, listeners, and guests. Viewer and listener discretion is advised. Due to the sensitive nature of some of our discussion topics, we hope you will shield younger ears from some of the vulgarity and profanity that may be spewed here. It must additionally be noted that the views expressed by the panel are not necessarily the views held by the Good Faith Podcast, and we are not liable for any results incurred by the utilization of our advice, nor are we a fiduciary and assume no culpability of investment performance as a result of following our financial advice. Our simple aim is to entertain and inform. Anybody living in the greater Philadelphia area interested in making an appearance on our show can reach me in a DM on Facebook or Instagram at Christopher Bulick. That's also my Venmo if you're interested in making a campaign contribution to facilitate our meteoric rise to the top. As a candidate of the people, I solemnly swear I won't misappropriate the funds. I won't spend them at Myrtle Beach, golf courses. I won't gas up a corporate jet to fly to Tulum. I won't fund arms dealers in the Middle East with Stinger missiles and Harrier jets. Sorry, I have some sound bites, but I'm just. Wait a minute. See, I got too many sound bites. Scuffed. It's scuffed. So scuffed. Here we go. Oh, Tony said scuffed. In all seriousness, though, times are tough, and any proceeds we receive at the Good Faith Podcast will be going towards avoiding eviction, keeping the lights on, medicating Clark with all of his health concerns, and feeding our gracious guests. Once again, if you feel that you've been given value by us, it takes a little extra effort to like, subscribe, and leave a comment singing our praises. The quickest path to relevance and notoriety will be for our listeners to spread the good word of the pod. If you have somebody in mind who would agree with our content, may be educated or informed, or even if you want to ridicule us, send the link to your friends and family. Our objective is to always achieve balance between the red and the blue. So if you have somebody in mind who would enjoy listening, please spread our channel. Now I'm going to plug our hashtag. If you're interested in joining our movement, we represent the hashtag IRYOBYOAWMO movement. That stands for I respect your opinion because your opinion aligns with my own movement. Maybe stuffed that or not, I'm not sure. It's okay to show love and tolerance to anybody with an aligned opinion. Feel free to disrespect anybody whose opinion doesn't mirror yours and to treat them with contempt and bratty toxicity. After all, respect is only earned by someone with an identical belief system as your own. Hashtag IRYOBYOAWMO.
AKA Irio Beyond.
This is one last reminder for our panelists to posture their bodies and direct their voices straight into the microphone. Our monetization depends directly upon the sound quality of our show. When our commenters chime in, it will come through as a highly complex AI voice named Pujabi. Please, even if you're in the middle of the most profound thought of your life, If Elgato or Punjabi begins speaking, we ask that you sharply cut out any communications to enhance the seamless audible coherence of the show. Now, at this time, I'm going to introduce our guests. Can you please tell me your name, occupation, age, and highest level of education completed? You, sir.
I have to remind me where I was from, sorry, but I'm Ryan.
Hi, Ryan. I want your name, your occupation, your age, and your highest level of education completed.
My occupation is mental health counselor. My highest level of education is a master's degree. Is that all?
And what is your age?
I am 34.
Oh, right. Oops, sorry. Scuff. All right. Cherney, can you introduce yourself?
What was it again?
Your name, occupation, age, highest level of education completed.
Apparently my name's Cherney.
You didn't want me to call you by your government name, so.
You didn't have to say the full name, you could just say Dan. Highest level of education is a bachelor's in accounting / business management. I'm 32. And what else?
You said your age, occupation, name, and highest level of education.
I am an account services rep.
Oh, right.
Credit union.
All right, Peanut.
All right, Peanut. I make drugs. I have my bachelor degree, and I'm 34.
So you're
trying
like
to clarify on it.
No clarification. I make drugs.
We tried to poison you. We tried to poison you. Because you're an insane, degenerate piece of filth, and you deserve to die.
Okay, so you said your name, your occupation. Did you say your age?
34.
34. And highest level of education completed?
Bachelor of Science.
Oh, right. And Jason?
Sure. My name is Jason. 33, about to turn 34, October 3rd. So we have a lot of 34s in here. Thank you. Bachelor's in Parks, Recreation, Tourism, and I am a before and after care teacher.
All right. And now I'll introduce myself. Hi, my name is Chris Bullock, or you can call me Ninja Bullock. My occupation is I'm a life skills coach, and I am 33, and my highest level of education completed is a liberal arts associate's degree at Buckskin Community College. Now, can we go around once again and everybody talk about your relationship status? Are you single, married, engaged, divorced, separated, annulled, monogamous, long-term relationship, domestic partnership, civil union, situationship, friends with benefits, polycule, thruple, swingers, sex cult, and how long how long have you been in that kind of a relationship? Ryan, would you start?
So I am married to a lovely woman named Augustina. I love you. And we've been married for almost 3 years. Pretty crazy. And we have 2 children. So yeah, that's my story.
All right.
I'm still
Cherney.
single.
How long have you been in that situation?
How long have you been single? Yeah.
I guess like 5 years.
Okay.
I don't remember exactly. That's just a mess.
Peanut.
First of all, I don't know why you're lying. You and Bueller are definitely dating.
We're in a domestic partnership. Like, I don't know how else you can describe this living.
I'm still in the closet, alright? My closet's pretty big.
Okay, but domestically, we are partnered. We have a lot of endeavors that we run together, like this podcast. Like, we are domestic partners.
Give a sound like that.
I guess.
Instead of going around, we just banging and banging and banging. When a guy's banging you spin off of him. That's the first defenders to play against, actually. Because if you can
Peanut.
Married for about 3 months. Yeah.
3 months?
Yeah.
6
Congrats.
months. 6 months.
It's
Fuck that up.
definitely longer than 3.
Is your beautiful bride viewing right now?
Maybe, but she may be reading. I have no idea.
Okay.
Yeah,
What is
terrible.
just out of curiosity? I think I knew this, but what is her occupation?
She is a manager of marketing at Lasco.
And what does she market? Like it's
She's really internal communication. So I guess her degree is marketing journalism, but then she's actually internal comms. It's kind of like HR.
okay. Got it. So she might be a perfect person to market this podcast and get us more viewers, right? Possibly.
There's a chance.
All right. And Jason.
This is Jason. I am single. Been single for a really long time, maybe like 10 or 12 years. I've dated on and off.
Oh, I'm sorry. Please speak right into that thing.
Oh, hello. Okay. Single, been single about 10, 12 years. I have been seeing someone recently that I think might be my first girlfriend in like a really long time. So I'm kind of excited about that.
Okay.
How about you, Bob?
I am single. And... Okay, I'm in a domestic partnership.
Now you're denying it? Like...
I'm in a domestic partnership, but I'm open to opening it up to become a thruple.
I'm opening it up to leaving this guy and finding someone else.
All right, if there are any ladies or men interested in joining our domestic partnership and making it a whole civil union between people, we need a roommate. We need we don't need, but we would like some girlfriends. So please reach out to us and we will make that reality. On to orientation. So I'll start with this and then I'll send it back around the other way. Are you heterosexual, homosexual, bi, tri, curious, ace, grace, trans, pans, auto, demi, sapio, omni, poly, fluid, scolio, spec? Well, I'll say that I think I'm like I'm hetero, but this is like a very binary feature. So what I got here is the spectrum of sexuality, and it goes from 0 to X. So 0 is exclusively heterosexual. 1 is predominantly heterosexual, only incidentally homosexual. What does that mean exactly? Like, yeah, I'm straight unless like a bottle of like Pinot Grigio and a tan Latino get in my head, then I'm gonna like
various
deviate.
reasons why you.
Okay, 2 is predominantly heterosexual, but more than incidentally homosexual. 3 is equally heterosexual and homosexual. I don't really understand how
That's
that.
5. What?
4 is predominantly homosexual, but more than incidentally heterosexual. 5 is predominantly homosexual, only incidentally heterosexual. 6 is exclusively homosexual, and X is no socio-sexual contact or relation. So I want you all to keep that in mind when you're discussing sexuality, that it's on a spectrum and it is not binary. But having said that, I think I'm a 0. I'm exclusively heterosexual, I suppose.
Sure.
Jason?
Yeah, so I am predominantly heterosexual. I do date people who identify as different genders. I also identify as non-binary. So I've dated people that also identify as that. But I typically date females.
I am married to a beautiful wife. I wasn't listening to everything else you said, so I'll leave it at that.
All right. Guys, I know this is like very difficult and maybe a little counterintuitive, but like speak into that microphone like it's like fucking a guy.
Like you're choking on it.
Speak into the microphone like it's a guy's ass.
I don't want it. I would say I'm a 1 and I'm demi and heterosexual.
Okay. So incidentally homosexual you are?
Yeah.
Okay. What kind of incident? What kind of like?
I'll leave it at that.
What kind of? No, well, I need to know this. You're my like domestic partner. What kind
Dan will kiss me if we win a double smash and I do the right things.
Okay.
That is one of those aspects.
On the list.
Depends on how much.
Depends how exciting that match.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're a one, Rye.
You believe.
I feel like you saying believe at least takes you up to
Take you up to one.
Maybe you just have never met the one.
And maybe you need a little more alcohol.
Like I said, if there's like the right bottle of like Bordeaux in front of you and like the right Latino with a nice graham cracker tan, like you might do it, you know? Am I right? But you're not like is it the
I'm pretty sure I'm like.
Pretty sure.
again with the pretty sure.
Yeah.
That means a one.
Alright, I'm sure.
Accidents happen, people. All right.
All right, now on to our spiritual beliefs. Are you Christian, Catholic, Protestant, Methodist, Baptist, non-denominational, Jewish, Muslim, Hindu, atheist, agnostic, Buddhist, Mormon, Scientologist, polytheist, pagan, satanic cultist, witchcraft, wizardry, flying spaghetti monster, sky daddy, or Nordic deity?
What the hell is even that?
I will start by saying I'm like a non-denominational Christian. I believe in Christianity, but like I don't identify with a certain sect of Christianity.
Jason, I am Jewish, mostly cultural, but I do celebrate some holidays. And by cultural, I mean like I identify with other Jews, but I don't really practice too many religious customs outside of the holidays.
Peanut, atheist, definitely don't believe any of that.
Journey, and I'm agnostic, but
This is Ryan, and I'm Christian, Reformed Christian. Religion does mean a lot to me, so that's where I'm at. Is there spectrum on this too? Or? I want to hear.
Jesus, can I live with the back?
I mean,
there's like more practice.
That's what I'm saying.
Religious
I
people.
want to find right.
I think I identify
I'd say-
most with like the Baptist denomination because I like the Southern grandmas with their fans like, oh Lord, praise Jesus. On to your political affiliation. Are you a Democrat, Republican, Independent, Democratic Socialist, Libertarian, Green Party, Tea Party, Communist, Marxist, or anarchist? I guess I'll start. And if there's something that I forgot to mention, if there's something I failed to mention, please bring it up. This is what I think the spectrum of politics is, but maybe there's another party. I would say that I like the the theme of anarchy, but I think I'm most closely identifying as a democratic socialist. But there's I have gripes with a lot of politics, and there's no part of politics that fits me perfectly. So I would say I'm most closely just
He's
apolitical. Okay. What is it? Wait, can you elaborate on what a libertarian is?
Libertarians want as little government as possible.
And what is a democratic socialist want?
I mean, they want more. They kind of are the opposite, I guess. They want
Okay.
more social concept, like welfare and stuff, where it's helping people through the government.
And what is an anarchist want?
They just want chaos.
Is that okay?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. They want no government, and everyone fends for themselves.
So who wants more government, a libertarian or an anarchist?
Who wants
Anarchists want no government at all.
Well, that's me.
Very-
I don't want any government.
You want as little as possible. I don't think you actually want no government.
No is as little as possible. And yes, I want as little as
but
possible.
you know the downsides of it, right?
What is that pandemonium and havoc?
Yeah.
So there's this town. I don't know where the fuck it is, but there's this town where they actually don't have a government. and I'm pretty sure there's at least like 3 murders a night. But if you want that, you should check it out.
Interesting.
I want murder.
It's like in Greenland or in Antarctica. It's somewhere super fucking cool.
There's probably
Um,
more than one.
this is Jason. I don't really have a political affiliation. I could probably tell you more about the politics in an anime called Code Geass than I could in our life. So no, it is no affiliation.
Peanut, Democrat.
Attorney, Democratic.
Here's what I want to say about politics. I don't think the two-party system is a good one.
Agreed.
George Washington, he warned us against it in his farewell address, and I think we're seeing a lot of division right now. And I wish we would come together more and work together rather than hate each other.
I will bring up a point to that. I didn't bring it up last time. I forgot about it, but I think we should have a ranked voting system.
What is that about?
Did you say ranked or rigged?
It's already
Okay.
a ranked voting system. So it wouldn't just be like 2 parties. It would be anyone who wants to run, and then it's ranked. Like everyone ranks how they want. Like you could rank like Kamala is 1, whoever the Libertarian is 2, and so on. Like Trump could be last if that's what you want. And it would take those rankings and do like the top, like it'll eliminate like the bottom candidate every time, and it'll keep going until you have the winner of it. So it's not just like the third, like voting for the third party is like a wasted vote. It'll actually see if people really do want a third party, and it'll take that into account.
Does that take away the electoral college?
Kinda, I don't really like electoral college.
Yeah, me neither. I think there's a lot of things that could make it a little better.
Would that mean I have to go to the polls more than once?
There's 2 ways that it's used. I think it's used in parts of Europe, where you would vote multiple times, or it would just take what you wrote down on the sheet as your ranks, and it would just eliminate from there. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure they would have you vote multiple times in most cases. I don't know if there is one that actually doesn't, which I get would be tiresome and like probably more annoying. But I think it's a better system than what we have now.
It's probably a way to streamline that, though, you know what I mean? But that's an interesting point.
Yeah, I mean, we could just vote online or like mail in votes like we do now anyway.
All right, so tell me if this is a little too barbaric and ridiculous.
Oh boy.
I think so already.
Does this align with?
If you have to say that.
Does this align with anarchists as a political affiliation? A lot of the criticism that our most recent world leader has had is that he's weak, he's old and frail, he's inarticulate, he's like a poor leader. And I think this criticism applies to both candidates. So what do we think about putting them in a cage and they fight to the death? The winner gets to be president.
You're asking if fighting to the death is barbaric.
All right, hear me out. Like
I already did.
but hear me out. No person can use presidency as like a way to prop up their career or to do all that crummy bullshit. If somebody is our president, they earned it for sure. They put their blood, sweat, and tears into it. It would eliminate all the like old, senile, decrepit, like old white men, and it would be an opportunity for us to see who the best man is and who the truest leader was.
So you're advocating for murder for our president.
Just one
want our
murder.
president
One
to be a
murder.
One murder, or is it 2 parties, or is it like all of them?
Well, I suppose
And
as
then we're
many.
only getting rid of one.
Yeah, as many as wanted to run. Like you would immediately.
You would just pick the most physically fit person at that point,
Sure, but like
Of 2 old men.
But
Why would
like,
it be
but
old men? Why
yeah,
would
this
it
would
be
eliminate
old
there
men?
being
Why would it be
geriatric
young
old white men in
How many
office.
young presidents do we have?
No, but that's what I'm saying. So it would change the way you pick candidates.
We would.
So yeah, like they would like want like the parties would then want younger ones to fight.
So they could, yeah. So they could win.
I'm gonna extrapolate on this a little bit. Instead of a one-on-one, how about each president is in charge of running like a sports team? Like, and this is we're doing like a basketball game or a football game, and we're like building up to this. We're building up to this because fight sounds cool and all, but like I want a little more excitement.
No, like you want to demonstrate competency is what I'm hearing, right? Because like right now in a political team, you don't demonstrate competency. You just
Yeah.
talk a bunch of
Yeah,
shit.
you lie.
That's
You lie
literally
with
all you
us.
do.
Yeah.
Talk
How-
a bunch of shit and waste a bunch of money.
How is killing someone competent?
I'm not talking about killing. I'm talking about running a sports team. I think
Oh,
Jason's
okay,
onto
the sports
something.
team.
Yeah, no. The cage match presidency is that's how you get to idiocracy.
Yeah, I'm just not. Yeah.
Are they barefisted, Chris, or they get weapons?
No, they're barefisted. You shouldn't like get an advantage if you get the like katana and the other guy gets like nunchucks or something trash like that. No, like it's bare hands. Like you need to prove competence.
But that could show strategy,
Yeah,
which is required,
that's
right?
what I'm saying. Like,
So like it's kind of like
strategy is included.
the Hunger Games is like what you want to do. It sounds like.
Ooh.
Yeah, but all right, but even in the Hunger Games,
I agree that it's a fucking terrible idea. I'm just saying where he's going.
even the Hunger Games was highly corruptible because like Katniss Everdeen could get like a cargo bag full of like stuff, and then somebody else is like screwed. They get like a walkie-talkie and a juice box or something like.
I hate to tell you, but we as a species are highly corruptible. I don't think there's any way around it.
We're already corrupt in every aspect.
The truth of the matter is, I'm just not sure about how we can improve politics. Maybe it is just.
Kelly Bueller said, looks and sound is great.
Hey, Mom, do you like Punjabi? He's our new chatbot. He's AI and he sounds like an Indian. I'm over here, by the way. Did I go around? Did everyone say? I think everyone said their political affiliation, correct? Yeah. Okay.
That's how we got here.
All right. This might be
my fault for bringing up rank voting.
This might be a little long, so I apologize. We have some ground rules of the podcast. The number one rule is respect. The Good Faith Podcast endeavors to harbor a culture of respect. Although some topics may be contentious in nature, it is of paramount importance that a general sense of good faith exists between panel members. It is perfectly acceptable to attack another's argument or opinion or mentality, but ad hominem attacks are strictly prohibited. An example of this prohibition would be Billy. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Not Billy, you're the dumbest person I've ever met. Rule number 2, honesty. Upon your arrival on this show, it's expected of you not to be deliberately obstinate. Due to the complex free-form discussions that we embark on, a certain level of creativity, imagination, silliness, and lightheartedness is necessary. The above withstanding, you may be asked to step outside of your worldview on general life perspectives and think of things from a hypothetical perception, and if asked to, a stubborn I don't know or deeply entrenched failure to conceive of alternative ideas is harmful to the good spirit of healthy conversation and logic. So like an example of this would be if I'm like asking you to imagine what your dating preferences would be and you say like I'm married. Like yeah, no shit, I know, but like we're trying to build like a pattern of behavior amongst, men or women, although we don't have any here. So like it's important to just like go along. It's important to just go along with hypotheticals instead of instead of getting lost in the weeds. We hope to avoid echo chambers where the room is parroting each other. We also equally hope to avoid creating an intellectual Charlottesville where two opposing groups are venomously shouting across the table at each other without ever attempting to consider the other's position. Panel composition is deliberate, and to avoid piling on to one member, please just remember our opinions are like assholes, and yours is apt to be as wrong as it is right.
So doesn't that first one go against Iryu Yama? Respecting.
Well, you're
agrees with us.
well. The hashtag IRYOBIOW. That hashtag is like that.
This is your hashtag. How are you butchering?
The hashtag.
Yeah, you need a chick.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, I literally don't understand what he's saying.
She said, "Yeah, you need a chick." What are you saying? You can't understand their broken English? The third rule is trust. We trust that our guests on the panel will refrain from any hate speech, ill will towards celebrities, particular demographics, and other general avoidance of anything that can be considered a violation of the terms of service of the platforms and publishers that we choose to post on. While in its infantile stages, the Good Faith podcast is already video archived. Nudity is strictly prohibited, and in efforts to preserve our reputation, we request that guests of the show avoid intolerant language or any type of bigotry. Rye, please don't be saying any nonsense about little dick mix or anything like that. Peanut, seriously, no like calling Italians like wops or dagos. The only Scott.
Are these even words you should be saying?
The only wop I want to hear on this podcast is wet ass pussy. No religious persecution. Cherney, don't talk about your disdain for Hindus. No terroristic threats. Jason, please no solidarity for the Unabomber or Timothy McVeigh or any of those domestic terrorists. And any other type of bad faith derogatory communication like ableism. Little people are people too. All jokes aside, I really do detest the use of the F word, the N word, and the R word. El Gato may periodically chime in with popular culture sound bites and may even go as far as dropping an N-bomb. But if you'll note, they, them are black. That's their word.
So can we sue for slander on all of us right there?
No, because I didn't say that you do those things. I said you cannot do those things. The number four rule is consideration. Nobody wants to listen to a constant block of some drawn-out diatribe besides this one. But I promise this will be the last time I do it. So please consider the air of the room. We ask all our members of the show to contribute equally in their communications and to have a somewhat internal clock when speaking. Let's say 3 minutes. It hopefully won't be necessary to have a clock where we buzz contestants if they go over their allotted time, like a presidential debate. But please conduct yourself with general good courtesy, like not interrupting people. And if the host reminds you of this, it's not to reprimand you for poor manners, but to maintain structure. See, I keep like scuffing this and not knowing. I have too many sound bites, but where is it? Oh my God.
Stop.
Here we go. If you hear that, that's like my polite way of saying, that's my. You may be occasionally. You may occasionally be ushered to a swift conclusion, and once again, please accept it with grace and not get bucked.
Sit and don't talk about how one gets off. Become I.
Did you understand that one, Peanut?
No, it sounded very French to be honest.
I think maybe it is French, but I don't know. I think it's supposed to be Indian, but I'm not sure. She says, "Don't talk about how one gets off. It's too much information." I mean,
Maybe you should make it American English so we can understand.
Yeah, all right. The number 5th rule is fun. The 5th and final rule is to have fun. We aim at the Good Faith podcast to build a culture of fun and spirited debate in an attempt to reach across the aisle and perhaps educate and learn things from the many walks of life. Remember, only boring people get bored. If you happen to find yourself bored, offended, irked, kerfluffled, disgusted, bewildered, befuddled, bamboozled, confused, bothered, tired, triggered, enraged, enthralled, floored, or plain old flabbergasted by the flamboyant rigmarole, the P.O. box for our complaints and grievance department is 123 up your ass. Go fuck yourself.
Is that James?
Yes, it is. Did you understand that one?
I think I heard that. I think I heard my name.
Yes.
All right. Do you got? So if anyone's listening, can you let us know if Punjabi is too ethnic? I mean, it's very very xenophobic of you to say that Punjabi is too ethnic, but maybe he is like.
That's
250.
you saying that. No one said that.
Well, Peanut's saying he can't understand Punjabi.
It's kind of hard to understand it.
Our PO box for complaints and grievances is 123 up your ass. Go fuck yourself. Seriously, we do endeavor to create a safe space for constructive feedback, and we will consider all complaints and grievances. Finally, a philosophy of curiosity is welcome. Instead of criticizing a viewpoint you don't understand, please seek to understand it. Now, does anybody have any questions or comments about that long block of text?
I just want to say I like those rules. That was one of the reasons why I wanted to be on the podcast. I've listened to the first episode. I think it's cool. Good vibes.
Yeah, I mean that's the most important thing for me is to have like a vibe of good faith and not to make this some fucking.
That's the name of the podcast.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So I'm gonna test some of your guys' ability to step outside of yourself and tell me about what it is you look for in a partner. This is called the delusion calculator. I'll start with
Delusion calculator.
So what you're going to do is tell me how, there's going to be boundaries that you put on your ideal mate. How tall they are, how much they earn. And I want you to...
كان يقولك said you just said the F word.
No, the F word that I prohibit is the... Yeah, no using that F word. Well, sorry, sorry. That's allowed. All right. So I want your hard boundaries. So like, I will not date a girl taller than 6'2" or something like that.
Okay.
If you absolutely will not. So I apologize once again. The gender is strictly binary. Do you want a man or a woman?
Woman.
Okay, you want a woman. Does she want kids? Yes or no, or you don't care?
I don't care.
Age range.
I would say 24 to honestly like 50s.
50 on the dot.
Nah, like 55.
Just like Dirty Dan from last time.
Like he only wanted older.
He was so way older.
He wanted.
Why do you have so many limitations?
Yo, big ups to the real Dirty Dan if you're out there.
What makes you think you can be Dirty Dan? I'd say I'm Dirty Dan. I'd say I'm Dirty Dan. I say I'm Dirty Dan.
I'm sorry for that. Height range.
I would say between maybe like 4'9" at the shortest, all the way up to maybe like 5'10", 5'11". 5'11", I'll cut it off.
What did I say about little people? They're people too. Sorry, 4'9" to what?
5'11".
So you, very similarly to Dirty Dan, you want like an older, taller Amazonian woman. But you're open to an older, shorter woman as well. Ethnicity, do you care? Oh wait, I'm sorry. Minimum income that they need to earn a year.
20,000.
كان يقولك said I'm too old for him but only by a couple years ago. Good for him.
Can you repeat that?
I'm too old for him, but only by a couple of years. LOL, good for him.
That's his mom, by the way.
You said minimum income 20,000.
Yeah.
Okay. Ethnicity.
No preference.
No preference. Hair color.
No preference.
Eye color.
No preference.
Education.
Minimum
degree that they have.
GED.
GED. Religion.
No preference.
Smokes. Yes, no, either.
No.
Drink. Yes, no, either.
Either.
Okay. Exclude married women, or do you want to wreck a home?
do you always word it that way?
I mean, like, what else could you possibly be doing?
Let's
if you
exclude.
You could just say, I like married people. But yeah.
exclude married women.
Yeah,
Exclude
yeah.
obese women.
Yes.
Okay. Let's find out how rare your woman is. You have a 2.8% chance of meeting a woman within your standards. That's 4,712,686 people out of the 168,310,216 American women that there are.
I'll take it.
So yeah, you got a 2.8% chance. And honestly, this might seem a little like silly and nonsensical, this exercise. What I really want to do, and this might be like a really difficult thing to do, I want to build like a profile, like an FBI profiler of like the perfect prototype or like the perfect archetype for men and women, and just see where people fall within that, based on a lot of anecdotal experience. But I need a bigger sample size, obviously, than right now.
That's also about 1 in 33 women. So once you hit that 33, you got it.
Okay.
So get out there. Peanut. Gender. I know it's binary, and I know you're married, but let's pretend that
I was gonna
you're
say
not.
you're setting me up for failure here.
You want a woman? I assume.
Yes.
I'm not gonna assume. Wants kids? Yes, no, either.
Yes.
Yeah. I feel like that's changed since I've known you.
Yes. Yeah, younger me definitely did not care. I mean, I do say 0 to 2.
Okay, yeah. You don't want to have a
What does that
full
mean?
list.
No preference?
No, he wants a woman who wants 0. Wait,
Yeah,
That would be
0 to 2. That's the number. That's the number that I use with Katie.
True. If they want 0 kids,
Yeah.
then they don't want kids, and then either would be applicable. Are you saying?
Are you saying either, or are you saying you want?
I'm gonna leave it at yes, 0 to 2.
Okay.
Final answer.
Age range.
I don't know. Like, I wouldn't want to be a creep, so like 26 to 38.
26 to 38. Height range.
As long as she's not like 6'2" and above. I just don't want someone.
6'1" is
I
your
just
maximum.
don't want someone who can beat me up too much.
What about your minimum?
Is 6'1" your maximum?
Yeah, 6'1". Let's do like 4'8" to 6'1". That's a wide range.
Okay. Yeah. Minimum income.
Yeah, I guess this one could be a little superficial. Probably like 70.
Wow. See, I have a hypothesis that I will find upon asking a large variety of women and a large variety of men that the data will reflect that men don't care about income and degree, and the women will care about income and degree. But
So you're calling me a woman?
ethnicity,
No preference.
hair color.
I definitely used to be blonde, and then Katie dyed her hair, so I guess I got to say no preference.
But once again, think about this like Katie doesn't exist. I know it's difficult, but pretend you're single, Peanut.
That is almost impossible to do. I'm going to go with no preference.
Okay, eye color.
No preference, but strong on the blue.
Yeah, but like
Sounds like a preference.
When push comes to shove, no preference, but strong on the blue.
I think you'd have. I know.
So it's not you're not putting limitations, but you do have a preference.
But
Yes.
yeah. Like, but I know like Dirty Dan put brown eyes and brown hair in this, and I think, with all respect to him, I think that's really dumb to like to limit your.
With all due respect, you're really dumb.
And we saw he had a 0.0% chance of meeting a woman who fit his criteria. So like, I think it's very superficial and delusional to do such a thing. Educational standard.
I would say I probably don't need a college degree. If you're successful without it, that's fine.
Okay, so
High school?
any or at least having a GED, like Jason said.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's fine.
Religion.
Definitely atheist or agnostic, either one.
Yeah, all that there is atheist.
I'm in the cards. Oh wait, no, that's not what. My bad.
Do you identify as a man?
I identify as a man.
Okay. Smoker.
Smoke what?
Either yes, no. It just says smokes. Smoke.
Then
Yeah, where does that sound like?
I'd say I would definitely go preferred
I'll
yes
make
there.
them
Especially since
prefer
you
a
have that
smoker?
question.
Yes.
Okay. Smoker, yes. Drinker.
Are you smoking yet?
Yes. I feel like this is saying a lot about me.
Exclude married women, or do you want to wreck a home?
Definitely exclude married women.
Okay. Exclude obese women.
I feel like you're adding bias by saying regular home.
You definitely add a lot of bias there.
Like no one's gonna want to say that.
All right, like I know I'm against like binary phrasing, but how can you possibly date a married woman and not wreck a home?
No, I agree with all of that, but the way you're wording it is gonna make no one say that ever.
There are polyamorous people that, like they date married.
I actually
Yeah,
think
that's true, too.
wrecking a home would make. There's certain people who would say yes because he's saying it like that. Some people get off on that.
People have cheating fetishes. But my mom asked us to stop talking about getting off. So I mean,
We're not. You brought that up.
all right, but exclude obese.
Yeah, I'd have to say yeah.
Peanut. Wow, you're okay. See, I think what causes peanuts lesser likely.
Emily Hudson said, haha.
My mom's friend from San Diego, Amari. What's up, Amari? Peanut, you have a 0.0066% chance. There are only 11,108 women out of 168,310,216 women that fit your criteria.
Guess I'm a lucky motherfucker then. Because
Yeah.
I'm married.
What? I forgot to say. What brought it down?
It was the money. It's the annual
the
income.
70K.
Chris,
Especially with the
Wait, hold up. Peanut's not doing that.
I wanted to chime in about the whole dating a married woman thing.
Mhm.
I think the only way, at least I would do that, is if they're either in a bad relationship or going through a divorce. That I would be willing to date. Well, I would also hook up with a married woman. That's not dating. But if they're going through like a divorce, then I wouldn't wait till they're done with divorce.
All right, maybe this is I don't know. Maybe this is like messed up of me. I think if you
Not that it's messed up. It's just that you're
I'm
like
about
making
to-
it violent.
I think that if you date a married woman, especially in her marital home, and the husband comes home, he pulls out a firearm and blows your brains out, I think you kind of deserve what you got.
Okay. Well, what is the actual question on the Delulu calculator?
Without the box.
The question is, do you want to exclude married women or not? That is all.
Okay, so not excluding married women is a fair question because they can be going through a divorce but still married.
True.
And there are certain circumstances where it's not as bad as what you would think it is by wrecking a home. Or they could be polyamorous and actually swingers or something and want extra people to date. They could be Mormons. I don't know. But,
I do agree that this calculator, it has a very minimal amount of criteria. And I want to ask a question. Bring this up and remind me if I forget at the end. Turney, we're going. Oh, did I tell you you have? Oh, Peanut has a 0.066%. Turney,
good job.
You
got the one out of 11,000 or so.
Turney, you want me to ask you a question?
Well, yeah, you should ask the question.
I
don't want to. But yeah.
What binary fucking gender do you want? Do you want a man or a woman? No in between.
I prefer a woman.
A woman. Want kids? Either yes or no.
Wait, there's no.
Either is in between.
Oh, either.
Age range.
21 to 40.
21 to 40. Is that the exact same that you said last
I don't
time?
remember. What
See, I think
I'm pretty
some,
sure it was.
I think some of these may like morph over time. You know.
Also being drinking, I might.
Yeah, fuck it. I'll take a 21-year-old man. Shit.
I definitely said 21 last time. So I'm pretty sure.
Height.
4'6" to 6'6".
So how tall is 4'6"?
It's about 1 foot shorter than you.
Probably what like Sean Johnson.
Yo, let's go. Let's go.
And
I'm with it.
Biles.
Nah, I don't think so. I think
How tall? Let me look it up.
I'll bet you they're taller than 4'6".
I think Simone Biles is like 4'8". Like she's very small.
I'm with it. Trini, what did you say the maximum height was? 6'6"? The only thing that matters is that she's got some.
Simone Biles is 4'8".
How do you call her Simone?
I don't know why I say it that way.
My Simona.
It's the alcohol, right?
What's the maximum height? 6'6". Dang. Minimum income.
40K.
40K a year.
Sean Johnson's 4'11". So there's actually taller.
No, see, I know for a fact that you said a taller minimum height last time. I think you said I could have swore you said 4'11" last time.
Oh, taller than probably
Yeah.
like 4'10" or something like that. But I can't really picture how short 4'6" or 4'10" is. But I feel like
Yeah. No, you are.
Yeah, like you're making me do it twice anyway.
No, fucking Sean Johnson is the perfect. Ethnicity.
Doesn't matter.
Hair color. Eye color. Education.
GED.
Religion.
Any. Just wouldn't really want them to be like strong, like religious that are forced on me.
Yeah. And that's smoker. Either
No,
yes, no.
No.
Drinker. Either yes, no.
Either.
Exclude married women, or do you want to wreck a home?
I guess since we already made it by this. No, I don't want to.
Okay. Exclude obese women.
Yeah.
Okay. See, this.
Well, we don't know how obese is because they're probably going by BMI, which is a flawed system.
You must.
And you need
for
waist
sure.
to height ratio, not BMI.
What if they got a big fat ass?
I'm more into food.
See, this is.
All he has to stop talking about getting old.
Well, I'm not even getting off.
Wait,
Not
I
yet.
could have swore you had a higher probability last time.
I had 4.8.
Well, something changed because now you have a 0.74% chance. That's 1 million.
But maybe I said any instead of.
Do you want me to change that and see if it?
I mean,
Let's see.
I guess it doesn't really matter.
Yeah,
But I feel like
5%. Holy shit! There's a 4% difference between GED and nothing. Like
What?
so which is it?
How many G? Like how many?
A
people
lot.
don't have- Like I feel like.
This is a merge.
No education at all.
Yeah, any
I
means
mean,
any
so
education.
we all know, and I'm not going to say the name, the one person who does not have their GED, and we understand how they talk. So I feel like that makes a big difference.
That's how he writes.
It doesn't have a G. Wow, what
Hey.
am I saying?
What else not?
Hey, I
I
yeah.
mean,
I
there's
asked,
a lot of Dans out here.
Hey,
It's
no,
not Dirty Dan.
I was going to say, that is you, sir.
the number one rule is respect, and I ask you please not to talk trash on anybody, not and don't talk trash on anybody.
Didn't you do that to Dirty Dan by saying he's dumb?
Call him out.
And delusional.
Do you want a person with a GED or any?
Like, I guess I would prefer GD. I don't think it would really matter. But then they also probably want like 40K a year. They're not educated at all.
You're not sure. Which one is it?
I'll say GD.
So your final answer.
Okay, just to let you know how fucking delusional.
I'm
you
so
are.
delusional for wanting
You're
to be.
so
Is that the
delusional.
minimum that you want, or only one?
Well, that
It's the minimum, I
Like,
believe.
Yeah, I don't want anyone smarter than the GED.
That's what I'm
Hold
saying,
on,
like,
hold
what
on
the
now.
fuck is dumbass?
I want to be smarter than him.
But that is a good question because this doesn't say at least this.
Yeah, I mean,
it
wait,
says height. It says
what are
any,
the options?
any PhD, master's, bachelor's, high school. What about associates? I'm an associate.
You don't matter. You're not included in the statistics.
All right, so you're delusional so much that you only have.
Maybe that's why. Maybe it is specifically GED.
Yeah,
Is there a way?
I think it is. Yeah.
Is there a way to like click all of them except any? Or?
No, there's
The
not.
Lulu calculator is delusional.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, I'm curious what mine would have been now. I said GED too.
Oh yeah. But wait, yours was like 2.8. It wasn't even that.
Yeah, it was going
How
higher.
did it make such a difference for him and not you?
What was your age limit?
I did 21 to 40.
His
You
age-
did go
And what
pretty
was your
high.
salary?
46.
Yeah, that's why. I think
He
it was
had-
the age and salary.
You had zero salary restrictions.
No. I had 20,000.
Okay, so yeah, all right.
And then there was what about?
So we were the same.
Oh,
Yeah.
That was our two biggest differences. And then height a little bit.
What was your height?
His age range also was 15 years older. You had 15 more years of women.
Yeah, I
to
think that
choose
age
from.
definitely.
I think that had a big.
But what was your height?
I mean, it was 5'11", but
Yeah, I mean, you're way higher. But also, most women are shorter, so it should have like mixed a lot of them.
All right, Rye, you are up. Gender, I know it's binary.
Well, I want to start by saying I'm married.
We know we're asking you to step outside of your worldview.
It's really hard.
He likes to say how lucky he is.
We want you to step outside of your perception. Woman wants kids, either yes or no.
Once kids,
Yes. Age range.
age range, go 27 to 34. I know it's small, but yeah.
27 to 30.
Lulu.
Wait, hold up. Height range.
Height, I would say.
Did I say that?
No, just like people say that. I'm gonna
Who
go-
says
good
that?
news. The camera. That's it.
My math
Oh.
teacher.
You're the main star.
Height is gonna go. Give me like 4'9" to 5'7".
Damn, you're excluding Simone Biles.
Yeah.
Well,
he
she's
loves
married
Sim-
anyway.
he loves Simone.
I do love Simone. I think she's an incredible athlete.
Minimum income.
That's all you're
I don't care about income. Is there
Zero, yeah. Ethnicity.
I don't know about like, you gotta be something.
What if she's just like the baddest fucking bitch? She don't need to make money. Like, she don't cook, she don't clean.
I'll go. Give me 20.
20. Are you? Ethnicity. Hair color. Eye color. Education.
Education. Minimum gotta be like GED, high school.
Religion.
Christian. I know, I'm delivered. It's just a preference. It's not like necessarily like a.
Well, is this for preferences or hard limits?
This is hard limits.
So, I mean, then mine would probably be 0 for money, but I do prefer them to have
Well,
a salary.
your time has come.
Your time is up.
I have a feeling you're going to be able to do this a few more times, Dan.
And I'll forget what I did last.
So I'll stick.
Kelly Beulah said, who the other guys when I must intro.
So, do you guys want to introduce yourself again, really quickly? Just say your name.
Jason, 34.
You can just say.
I don't know.
I like how
She knows Peanut. Does Peanut go again?
Yeah, she knows Peanut.
Yeah, it's me.
This is Journey.
and it's Ryan.
Oh, wait, I said 34. I'm not 34 yet.
A
a few days. No, a few days. October 3rd.
Less than
Yeah.
like 1 day.
Thank
No, that's Mean Girls Day.
Oh, I know. I'm
It's
aware.
also FMA.
I'm also aware.
Yo, you know what soundbite I also need to add? I need to add the limit does not exist. It would be perfect for this
That
segment.
would-
Oh my
There's
god.
Mean Girls Day.
There's
Yeah,
so
yeah.
many.
All right, I'm gonna get some Mean Girl. And
I bring in October 3rd for October 3rd.
Mom, that's Kearney. He's my roommate and co-host and civil partner or domestic partner. And Rye, did you introduce yourself again? That's Rye.
Yeah, you're on the game. Oh, yeah.
And I'm
Oh, you
over here.
Yeah. I'm over here.
You guys didn't have a camera last episode, right?
Nah.
Nah, we
Got the camera.
We just got.
just got it. I was about to say mainly Chris.
Emily Hudson said, "Hey everyone."
Who?
Hi, Mari.
No, is that who it was?
Hi.
Hi, Amari. By the way, if you're in the chat, can you tell us how we sound? Are we coming in loud and clear? I hope so. Rye, smoker? Either yes, no.
Say no.
Drinker? Either yes, no. Exclude married women, or would you be okay with wrecking a home? Okay. Exclude obese women.
I think yeah.
I like how Chris just took a drink of Coca-Cola in between every question.
Yeah.
Bring out his top.
Guys, if you are in
More
between,
Coca-Cola and Starbucks.
if you're in between, that should be a criteria on this. Are you a Pepsi?
Emily Hudson said, "Sounds clear and great. Just can't see all the faces."
Yeah, I know. We're gonna improve it somehow.
Why was the first word so emphatic?
Emily Hudson said, "Just let your sister and pencil take care of you." Emily Hudson said, "Oh,
Just get this. Sister should take care of you. And Rye wants to exclude obese. Rye, you have a 0.18% chance of finding a woman.
I already mind.
I already found one too. So it's like,
How did the two people that are married have the lowest stuff?
Rye
They know
only
something
has-
we don't.
There are only 302,958 women of the 168,310,216 American women. I mean,
is this only American?
it should be noted that Rye is not married to an American woman. I mean, like,
She's working.
She's working.
We're working.
wait, so she is still not technically a.
No, she has a green card. Does that make you a citizen, or you want?
Can she
It's
vote?
for a time.
She cannot.
She cannot
It's
vote.
it's for a time.
Yeah.
How long? Yeah. I guess.
It's like we can renew it. We can just keep continuing.
Yeah, yeah.
But we're gonna make her a citizen.
Doesn't marriage do that or not?
Marriage gets you a green card.
Okay, and now I guess it is time for me. I want a woman. Yes, she wants kids. Age range from 18
She got a
to.
soundboard over here so tell you how blue you are.
Wait,
Well, he can do
where is it? Yeah, 18 to 26 height. I like the 4'9" height, but I would. What is Simone Biles 4'8"?
Or
I'll go as low as
don't
Simone Biles.
exclude Simone Biles.
Amari says I need to get me a sister that'll take care of me. I concur. And the highest that I'll go is 5'6". Minimum income, I kind of like where Rise heads at with 20,000, but it would be very difficult.
Does anyone even make like 20,000 or less? I feel like
What?
Yeah.
What? Yeah.
I want
a year.
I want
Yeah,
somebody
definitely.
Yeah. What's the minimum wage?
It's 7. Is it still 7.5?
I think it's like.
No, I think it's 10 now. Or no?
Maybe. Yo, can you
You're
do?
assuming full time.
Yeah. Well, I want.
Well, yeah, if you're assuming full
I don't
time.
want no
Well, there's
deadbeat
12.
bitch. I don't want no deadbeat bitch. Can you actually tell me what the minimum wage times 40 times 52
Dude, I
is?
think
Yeah.
it's like different.
Let's just say it's 7. Let's say it's 725. Can you multiply for me?
It's well
the
above.
federal is 7.
Can you tell me what 725 times 40 is, first of all, for a weekly income?
Is 290.
Can you multiply that by 52?
That is 15,000 each.
Oh man. All right. Well, I'm not gonna go for the bare minimum. I know what I'm worth.
Those people
Minimum wage
don't make
jobs.
minimum. They make a little more.
Most minimum wage jobs probably.
She better be having 2 jobs if she's making that much. Ethnicity, any. Hair color, any. Eye color, any. Education, any. Religion, any. Smoker. I said this last time. Either, but I don't want her to continue smoking. Obviously, I want her to have children, and I don't want her to be smoking with a child in utero.
Well, then what about
Drinking either, but once again, I don't want her to be drinking. with
Okay,
one
but
child. I don't
you're
want to
saying smoking though, but you're saying drinking either. What you're saying is because you don't want them doing it while they're pregnant. So shouldn't they be the same? Shouldn't it be either for both, or shouldn't it be
Yeah,
no for both?
it is either for both.
Okay, I thought you were saying no.
Yeah, I mean, exclude married women. I do not want to work at home. Exclude obese women. Yes, no offense. I have a 2.8% chance of finding a woman that meets my standards. That's 4,712,686 of 168,310,216 American women. I'm not very deluded.
What was the percent?
2.8%.
So who had the highest percent today? Was it Jason?
I think it. Wait, what did you have?
I thought I had 2.5.
So about the same.
Oh,
I think you got like 4
Oh.
something.
Yeah, you did.
Oh,
Dude.
okay.
Yeah, no. When we changed education, that yours was in between 1% and 5% or something, or 4%. So that education is really important. All right, thank you guys for doing that with me. Now, we're gonna go on to our next segment. Can you please rate your 4 pillars on a scale of 1 to 10? Relational, physical, financial, and spiritual. Jason, I'll start with you.
Can you just rephrase the question? What do you mean by?
So, this is my opinion that these are the 4 most important pillars of life.
So
Relational, how you relate to people. You know, are your love relationships, are your social networks, are your interactions with other human beings trash or really good? Physical, like, are you taking care of yourself? Do you work out? Do you play sports, which I know you do?
Just give
Financial,
them
are you financially well off? Are you drowning in debt? Are you driving around in a Bugatti? And spiritual, do you feel that you are like spiritual? I don't know.
and I'm rating myself. You said.
Yeah, I want you to rate.
Oh,
I want
okay.
you to rate those pillars between 1 and 10.
Yeah. Okay. And I don't need to like explain. Right? I can just give you a number.
Yeah.
Okay. Relationship. I'd say between like I'll give myself a 9. Physical. I'd say 10. Financial, like a 4, and then spiritual, I'd say an 8. But like when I view spiritual, I don't really view it in terms of religion. Just to put that out there.
Well, yeah, that's why I said spiritual and not like religious, because there are people who, draw a delineation between the two.
Yeah.
So when I think of like
طيب استمر
relationship,
رمز الماء نقطة.
Yo, what's up, Tyler? Yo, Rye, that's Cheers boy Ty.
Well,
He said one.
Hi.
He said 100, like the little 100.
all right, you got to name the pillars for me one at a time.
Yeah.
طيب استمر what the right.
Said what up?
طيب استمر you Chris
All right, Chad, do you guys like Punjabi? Is he good? I
Is
like
he
him.
good?
I like him.
Are you good?
I like him, and I could probably figure out. There's one coming in right now.
Tyler Samuel said, watching all the way from Brooklyn.
No
Well,
idea what he's
yeah,
saying
no.
at all.
Fucking Amari's from the Bronx, I think.
Oh, really?
Right? I think she is.
I thought you said San Diego.
Now she lives
Oh.
in San Diego, but I think she was born in the Bronx. The
Well,
boogie
I
down
thought you
BX.
would say she was in San Diego.
Pina, you wanted to know what they are? They are relational.
All right, so like relational sounds like happiness, which is pretty fucking important.
just-
so
I-
I'll
I-
go
it's not
with the
just
nine.
I think like you could be alone
With
with you could be
people.
you
How
could be
you
happy
react
all
with
by
people.
yourself. I don't think that's a good relational.
Just like how
pillar.
you feel you interact with people,
All your relationships, not just like
Yeah.
Hmm.
like friends, family,
acquaintances.
like marriage.
Right. Which I feel like, in my mind at least, is basically happiness. But
Okay.
maybe I'm
Yeah,
just
no,
off.
for sure.
I'm gonna go 9.
Okay, that's the same thing that Jason said, right?
Yeah.
Next one.
Physical,
Let's go 7.
financial,
I'll go 7.
spiritual.
See, spiritual to me is tricky because like I'm inclined to say 2, but then I'm also inclined to say like 9.
No,
'Cause, like, I can't. It's hard to differentiate.
So I want to take this time. Maybe we'll go around. There was something that I told you to remind me about. What was it? Oh fuck.
It's okay, that word's fine.
Are there any important boundaries that you would have put onto that calculator?
Oh, you mean like adding to the calculator? Like when
Yeah, like are there any things that it didn't account for
Do
that you think
do
are
you want to
deeply
go around?
important? Sure, yeah. Like I'll start, I suppose. Like I think an important one would be good oral health. Like she has to have all of her teeth. I'm trying to think of.
That's
other
it.
things.
Just have all your teeth.
Like no armpit hair. No.
Doesn't this all fall under physical though?
Yeah, but no. This is for the
the
delusional calculator. It just excluded obese
He's
women.
jumping
But
around.
yeah, sorry, maybe
Scott.
Yeah, I was gonna say you need to skip over this. We're
that
past
ship
that.
has sailed. All right.
Next time.
All right, but on the topic of this, are you a spirit with a body, or are you a body with a spirit?
Neither.
You're a body without a spirit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, what do you define as spirit? Like, when I die,
Very different.
nothing happens. I decay
Okay,
in the
then-
dirt, and that's the end of it.
Then
Game's over.
then you have to say 1 or lower than 1 for your spiritual pillar. You don't believe in the realm of the spirit, correct?
Correct, but I also don't think I could date someone who did. So that makes
But
it important.
this is your pillar, not the dating part, right?
Yeah.
This is just me as a person.
Yeah. It's not
Um,
about who you're dating, it's about how you think of yourself.
Do you believe in haunted houses? Can like spirits roam this earth when they've been tormented?
I love the idea of it, and I want it to be true, and I look for it to be true, and I've tried, and I just can't do it. I do not think it's real. But I
Yeah, what
actively
those
try
numbers?
and pull one out
All right, then
pretty
I'll-
frequently.
I'll
Especially
give you a
considering,
2.
like-
I'll give you a 2.
I feel like I grew up at the haunted house. So if
Yeah.
I would have seen one, I would have seen one if it's real.
Yeah. And Journey, rate your pillars, please.
Alright, what am I starting?
Relational,
6,
6. Physical,
8,
financial,
9,
and spiritual,
1.
1. All right. Rye is in the bathroom. So I guess at
1
this,
because I don't believe in spirits or soul. So.
yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. Rye, sorry to rush you, but you are up.
Alright, I'm ready.
Fuck my life.
Alright. You're up.
Alright, so relational, I'm gonna rate myself pretty high on that one, a 9. What's next? Physical?
Physical, yeah.
Physical, I'm gonna be a little, realistic on this one. I'm at a 5 right now. I don't work out as much as I should. Need to do better with that. I'm eating well, which is nice.
Got the equipment.
I got the equipment. I'm doing it more, but I
We got Sundays.
need to step my game up there.
But we got a PT over here.
All right.
Do you just like some criticism, or I'm looking for some feedback here. Do you think it would be funny, or would this just be like a dick move? When I had people on
Sounds
here,
like a dick.
if when I had people on here and they were like, I asked them to rate their physical, if they were like, "This is what I think my physical is," and I was like, "Really? You think you're that?" Would that be like a dick
That
move?
would be kind of a dick move, but also fun.
Okay, that's all I care about. I've said multiple times I'm willing to sell out for viewers.
See, this is where I get confused at, right? Because 4 years ago, I was like obsessed with the gym, right? Like I went every day. I was super fit.
Mhm.
And then now I'm not. I've been relatively lazy.
Mhm.
And it's fine. But my happiness hasn't really changed. So in my mind,
But it's not about happy.
Yeah, like
everything in life is about happiness.
well,
Yeah, but
right is
Including like the pillars. Like when you rate the pillars, like you're talking about your happiness related to those pillars.
Is that what it is?
That's how I interpret
That's
it.
how you interpret it.
I-
But Rye is a mental health professional, and I have had at length discussions with Rye about happiness, and Rye has said, and I quote, "Happiness is like a fleeting emotion, like or
You know,
something."
I just talked about happiness is the emotion that comes and goes. Like,
Yeah.
so you're talking about overall contentment.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
He's a happy guy.
But honestly, I think happiness is awesome. Contentment is awesome, but it's not everything. Like,
Why isn't it everything?
I feel like we're about to kiss right now.
I'm sorry, you're a 0 on the one, my bad.
I mean, it is a scale. It could move.
If I could just chime in terms of the physical, I think there's like a big difference between being like healthy and being like athletic. Like I think you can be easily a 9 or a 10 and not necessarily be really athletic or at a sport. You're just healthy and you take care of your body. Whereas versus someone who might be more into sports might be like, oh, I'm a 10 because I can run really fast or I can jump really high. I think there's a big difference there.
No, I agree with that because you could also be really fit and doing like lines of coke every Friday, and you're probably in terrible health. But at least you're skinny.
Yeah.
Or have muscle.
Yeah. Well, skinniness doesn't necessarily equate to health.
Definitely. Especially if you're
Oversized
you have
stomach
a
and a
mental
pair of
disorder.
floppy breasts, isn't that right?
that if you get too skinny, that's also unhealthy.
Why did he keep going?
Are we on Rye? We're on Rye now.
Yeah.
What's next?
Financial.
Financial. Well,
Would it be funny if in this segment I was like really financial? How much money do you got? It's really like, no, you're not financially at 9.
finances, I'll go 7.
Okay.
And then spiritual.
Mm-hmm.
It's again, a little harsh on myself. Religion's important to me, but I need to do better too.
Yeah.
So I think I'm at like a 6. Like I wish I did more. I need to do more and working on that. But that's where I'm at right now.
I think that's totally fair. I think if you are spiritual, you should not be saying 10. Yeah, I mean, like nobody should believe that they are like perfect. I mean, wait, hold up. I have one for this. Scuffed.
You don't know me. You're not God.
All right. And I'll go relational. Feel pretty good.
And when I say it felt good, like the camera knows so.
He said felt good specifically for that.
No, I actually did it. And that was one of the seamless like sound bites that I actually incorporated into the show. Like but yeah, relational. Like I got got like a table full of some of my closest friends, and I'm always broadening my network, and I relate to people really well. The only relations that I have that are imperfect are probably like my relations romantically. So I'll say I'm like an 8 there.
So, like, just to chime in, I think next time we do this, and I'm kind of thinking about how I do things with my team at work. I feel like you need to set some like structure and expectations, right? Because we're all just making shit up at this point. And I feel like define what a 5 is, right? If you define what it is, then maybe we actually won't make shit up.
Okay. Thank you for your constructive feedback.
That's some really sexy men in there.
That's some really sexy men in there. Hey, Kate, what do you think about? Kate, what do you think about my new AI chatbot? His name is Punjabi. He's how is he coming in? Do you like it? Do you think we should just change it to this like fucking robotic voice, or do we like it? Guys at the table, how are those cannolis? You fucking motherfuckers, you eating those fucking cannolis?
Every time your AI talks, I think it's calling me a simp.
Calling you a simp?
Yeah, that's what
I didn't understand a word that Robert said to me.
I didn't understand.
Sound like
the
you're a
word
little
that robot.
self-conscious.
All right, so maybe we're gonna have to change the chatbot to like a straight white male. That's fucking fun. But
It could be a woman. It doesn't have to be. I feel like
okay, that's true. Maybe it'll have to be a woman then.
doesn't have to be either. Just make them like understandable.
Wait, hold up a sec. I can actually change it right here.
Bernie with me may bite of that.
Trying to give me a bite of that.
Kate, you gotta be on the podcast.
All right, let's do this boring, plain Jane Samantha. Hey, Kate, would you test it out really quick and send a text so Samantha can read it? This is so fucking
Samantha.
boring. I don't want to whitewash
What
it.
do you have against Samantha?
Wait.
Samantha sounds hot.
What does Samantha rank her
Kate M. said, AI is deaf saying sin. Kelly Leon said, greetings loyal customers.
Is this better?
Why was the
Not
second
better.
one so much?
Yeah, not better.
Not better.
It's not. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I want Punjabi back, dude. Like, fucking Punjabi's my boy.
But maybe we can find one we
Kate
can
M.
understand.
said, that's much better.
That's much better, says Kate.
It's understandable,
It's more
but it does
understandable.
sound
So
boring.
fucking
Said,
intolerant of
I
other
understand how
cultures.
she is saying.
Here's Damayanti, Daria, Flo. Is Flo like?
Low from Progressive?
I doubt it. There's actually a new AI chat program that we need to be monetized in order. So guys, if you're listening at home, please spread the pod. Once we're monetized, I can get Morgan Freeman. I can get like maybe I can get Denzel or something really cool.
It's important to you. Why don't you put your own money?
I can't like
It's fun.
I can't force being monetized. The only way to get monetized is
Oh, yeah,
by
monetized,
having
yeah.
a certain amount of subscribers. So if you haven't subscribed, please do so. Here's Grandma. Hattori.
Is there any way
Hattori!
that-
Ooh, I like that
No,
one.
like the only way to test them is to have people call in. So
Alright, just change it to another one. Yeah.
all right, here we're gonna change it to Nora, since it's gotta be a woman. Here we
No
go.
one said that.
Wait, hold up. Nora.
Then,
Not Nora, bro.
Definitely
Not
not.
What
Nora.
was that?
Like, these chatbots are good.
They're supposed to be speaking English, not fucking. How about I just need the most like whitewashed name I could possibly find. Like,
Sarah.
Yo, it's literally as you said that it came up. All right, Sarah, it is.
I'm just so good at
That's-
predicting shit.
That's God. That is God.
Oh!
This is Sarah?
You definitely fucked something up pretty bad here.
I wish Dev could use his Punjabi accent as your AI. Yeah, like I need. All right, yo, like
I would love to see Devil on this podcast one week. I
that
think
ain't
it
no
would be great.
fucking Sarah I ever heard. I'll tell you that. All right.
Sarah from the Ural of Russia.
All right. So far, Samantha was the most like understandable. So we're going with Samantha.
I mean, that's a way.
He wasn't.
And it's gender.
K-Fam said, he's upset he wasn't invited.
He was invited, but the thing is, I agree. Hire Devin to read
Kelly
the chart.
Leon said, I agree, hire Dev to read the chat.
Why did you change your voice?
She does. All right, on to our next segment. Trini, would you like to be our ringleader for this? I want to discuss.
I don't know.
What
am I?
You didn't write your
Yeah, do your
K-Fam
pillars.
said, I'm just kidding. Easton is sick anyways.
Yeah, no. As soon as I'm able, like as you can see, I'm having a difficult time like figuring out the chat voices. I don't know how I'm gonna get Devin's to remote cast in and like do all that. As soon as I'm more confident with like technology, I will. Or he could come in person.
You're not going to get more confident as you get older. It's just not
Well,
how it
as
works.
he gets more experience.
Yeah, I'm gonna get more confident. I'm gonna set my mind to it and achieve it. Journey.
K-Fam said, he can come. Please take him.
Please take
gonna do it.
Why you do your pillars?
That was actually a good soundbite, and that's stuff. All right, Trini, would you like to be the ringleader and
Do your pillars.
He went
You did
first.
yours.
Yeah, he went
No,
first.
I probably did. My relational, 8. My physical,
Be honest.
7.
7? Are you kidding me?
My financial, 6. My spiritual, 6.
Oh, if you're going to the Bible buffet this weekend?
I actually think your physical and your financial are higher than 7 and 6.
Mine.
What's the? Wait, what'd you say?
I said your physical and your financial are higher.
Well, that's why you're my fucking domestic
Yeah,
partner.
if I could chime in, Chris. My mom thought you were like really strong in pickleball. She kept telling me like that Chris guy was
That Chris
strong.
guy. What'd she say about me? Damn, alright. I only like beat Chris all the time.
All right, Trini, can you please?
K-Fam said, why is that hot dude in the Phillies hat hiding?
Right.
Chris also has
Yo, Phillies have.
he like has every hat.
The
Most
Phillies
of them
are getting
mine.
absolutely fucked up right now, by the way.
They all were.
Well, we already clinched it, so.
Wait, you got fucked up.
Yeah, Ranger. It was like 6-0. Ranger got fucked up.
It's a national.
K-Fam said, damn, there's 2 of you. Love you guys, Leo.
All right. Let's try and fucking get through this. We're an hour and a half into the podcast. Barely.
Plenty of time.
Moving at a snail's pace.
Alright,
Sorry. Trini, can you please discuss the different investment vehicles for some of our viewers who might not understand? Now, of all the choices where you can put your money to grow, you got Roth IRAs, traditional IRAs, 401ks, CDs, bonds, real estate, brokerage account, crypto, NFTs, ETFs, money market accounts, high yield savings account, gambling, small business angel investing, physical precious metals, collectibles, art, foreign currency. Can you make a case for what you like the best or what combination of multiples that you like
Yeah.
best?
I'm gonna forget most of those, but the ones I like are Roth IRAs. You definitely want to use that. You contribute the maximum you can. I know, like, not everyone has 7,000 they can put into a Roth, but that's the maximum you can put into a Roth per year. If you're under,
You son of a bitch! I'm in!
if you're under, I think was it 59 and a half? Or, do you know?
Yeah, you can withdraw from it at 59.5.
Well, I think aren't you
penalty free.
Aren't you can contribute though 8,000
Maybe, but
it's like 1,000 more for certain age. I think
Yeah,
it's
like-
39.5.
but the objective of IRA is an individual retirement account. For typically at 59.5 is when you want to start taking it out and enjoying it.
Well, it's like 65 retirement age, so it's like that's the real retirement age that you would want to take out. But if you can retire earlier, that's even better. If you have a Roth, probably do that. So I would suggest contributing to that at wherever you can. 7,000 a year is the maximum. You don't have to contribute that amount. You do whatever is comfortable for you or whatever.
Devin Martin Oaks said, okay. Devin Martin Oaks said, everyone calm down. Devin Martin Oaks said, finance guy is here. Excellent.
I'm looking for a guy who's in finance. Trust me, no, that's crap. I'm crap.
Just like me.
Okay, but that's one that you should look into so that you can help for your retirement. Not like traditional IRAs are something you can do as well, but they are taxed after you withdraw, while Roth is taxed beforehand. It's taxed on your income, so it's before you actually do a distribution for your Roth, and then it's tax free after that. So it's pretty much better than a traditional IRA and most of your options. You can also use stocks, what you believe in, what you think people are confident in.
Devin Martin Oaks said, fuck the Roth IRA. Just buy 10K of Series I savings bonds per year and earn a guaranteed inflation-linked and protected return.
He loves his type
That is also an option. I don't think it's the best option, but it is a pretty decent option as well. Those are the safer options, but they don't usually accrue as much. You can also use stocks for like things like Microsoft, Nvidia, Starbucks.
Yeah.
And then you can also place money in the CE, which is also pretty much secure as well, and you'll get like a certain amount depending on what the rates are for certain banks or credit unions. 5% is really good, which is what some of them are at. I think they're more close to like 4.5, 4.75 right now, but that's still pretty good for the market.
Devin Martin Oaks said, journey get off gate steal.
Journey get off cake dick.
I guess.
Wait, why is my chat not appearing? Do we have too many chats? Live chat? Almost. Yeah, that looks better. Okay.
Well, then get your shit together. Get it all together and put it in a backpack. All your shit, so it's together. And if you gotta take it somewhere, you know? Take it to the shit store and sell it. Or put it in a shit museum. I don't care what you do. Just gotta get it together. Get your shit together.
I also forgot 401ks off. Like I feel like that's the obvious one.
Mm-hmm.
You want to get whatever your employer matches at like the bare minimum. It's like that's just free money, and then you can go higher or not, or you can just go with the match, which is perfectly fine. But you should look into having a 401k as early as possible.
The 401ks are also super nice because if you ever need to take out like a smaller loan, right? You can take out, I think, 40 to 50% of your 401k, and then your interest rate is paid back into your 401k. So you're not actually paying the bank; you're just paying yourself back the money.
That's also something I forgot to mention with Roth. There are exclusions to what you would be taxed on. If you take out of the Roth early, you're normally going to get taxed, or any IRA or like investments like that. But if you are doing something for like a first homeowners or like student loans, you can take out a certain amount, usually like 50% max, and you will not be penalized on tax.
Hey, Rye. Yeah. What would Dave Ramsey say about borrowing against your 401k?
Don't do it.
Man, just because something stupid is available don't mean you should do it. I mean,
So I'm curious. So I don't even know who Dave Ramsey is. But I'm curious
My
why.
favorite. Wait, I just really want to stop you. One time, Peanut's ex-girlfriend was on the Dave Ramsey show, and I said, "Hey Peanut, Audrey was on the Dave Ramsey show tonight." Peanut goes, "Wow, good for her. I mean, she always did like to cook."
To be fair, I would have kind of thought the same thing.
Okay. I also would not advise anybody to borrow against anything because the borrower is slave to the lender. But
What are we doing in this apartment? Are we not borrowing?
we're renting.
That's a form of borrowing.
That's
We're not
like
borrowing.
the definition of borrowing.
We're borrowing a house. We're not borrowing, and we're paying.
I mean, like a mortgage is literally borrowing
Rent
until you have it paid off.
Yeah.
But then
But
you
renting
get
is
to
also borrowing.
you get to profit off of that once you pay it off. Like you're
Yeah.
just
We're borrowing 1 month at a time. When you have a mortgage, you're borrowing for 30 years.
Yeah, but that's paid what, yearly or monthly?
Month?
Yes, that's the same. It's just more expensive, definitely. But you're still borrowing monthly with rent.
I suppose our
It's-
terms are a lot
I-
more constrictive.
yes,
like
Parker
I
Ennis
think-
said, but you're building equity.
yeah. You gotta trust the process a little bit and like have some faith in yourself that you're gonna pay
Parker
it off.
Ennis
trust the 60s?
said, there's good debt
No,
and
fuck
bad debt.
right. You know what?
Not good.
The borrower is slave to the lender. Right. Is there such thing as good debt and bad debt?
I mean, like a house, like you are building a house. But
Yeah.
other than that, I try to avoid that at all costs.
Yeah. I as well.
Pay everything. What's Dave Ramsey say? Pay everything in cash.
Yeah. And I want to take this time, I guess, to talk about
Devin Martin Oates said, you never own the home, even after it's paid off. If you owned it outright, then why do you pay real estate taxes? You're effectively leasing from the federal government into perpetuity.
Facts.
So like you're saying facts as if like there's a better option. Like what are you gonna do, fucking homestead?
No, you're
Like
right.
just move to the middle of Alaska and like eat some berries and die? Like,
You're right.
What are your other options?
Very
No, I mean, Peanut, you bring up a very good point. Is there a better alternative to paying for a home? No, there's not. I guess you can maybe like drive around in a mobile tiny house, you know,
That's
and be
not
like, I mean, Elon Musk owns it. Why did your AI tool ignore my comment about Peanut? Oh, no.
Devin Martin Oates said, why did your AI tool ignore my comment about Peanut?
I'm not sure. I don't
Talking
even
about the
see it.
leasing one?
I think-
I don't see another one.
I think what happened is maybe you didn't submit it or something. Devin.
I believe that's called
I think
user
it's
error.
stuck. We're stuck. Let's
Yo, Nasty's in this bitch.
Marcus
Let's go.
1117
So-
said, AII. Parker Ennis said, miss y'all, love y'all.
You need an episode with Devin, you, and Nasty. And the absolute fuckness that would go on in that podcast would be incredible.
Devin Martin Oates said, it's because you're racist.
racist to what? White people?
K-Ben said, is this the famous Parker that I heard about from Peanut's bachelor party? MRD's 1117 said, grinning face with squinting eyes.
All right. I'm gonna try and reel this in. Cherney, what do you think about gambling as a way to make consistent income?
Which form of gambling?
Like 16-leg parlays.
I think that is probably the easiest way to lose money.
Okay.
Get yourself more.
Kevin Martin Oaks said, yes, he's way cooler than you. A totes fatty that I'd smash.
I'm not exactly sure.
Where are the tests? I don't even see them.
I have it in live chat right now. Maybe I don't know.
I did too.
But let's get back to talking about the different. Oh no! All right. So I wanted to bring up the difference between cash and physical precious metals. So if I gave Rye, I'll start with you.
Yeah.
If I gave you a $100 bill, or I gave you $100 worth of silver today, and we waited a century, which one would be worth more in 100 years for you to leave to your children?
I feel like that's I'm inclined to say the silver, but I also don't know enough about this to speak on it. The value of the dollar is changing all the time, so I imagine the silver.
Kevin Martin Oaks said, I'd blow a fat gator line of cocaine with the $100 bill and call it a day.
What about the silver? What would you do with the silver, Dad?
I don't want to know.
Cherney, if you had to venture a guess, if I gave you a $100 bill or $100 worth of silver in 100 years, which would be worth more in your children's hands?
So this is a loaded question, and I will give a loaded answer. This.
Hold on, Turnick, I just need to interrupt you real quick. I just want to let you know, Chris, that your pizza was just on fire. And I took it out of the oven.
Did you turn the oven off?
Actually, I did not do that.
All right, guys, I'll be right back.
Sorry, we have some scuff.
You keep talking about how cash is trash.
Said, silver.
So
Good save.
I was like, it's
we're probably gonna lose our house. Please send us money. My point is that
Kelly Buick said, technical difficulty.
physical difficulty. I think the silver will probably be worth more, but it's hard to speculate in 100 years' time because anything can happen with either of them. And the cash will be more physically spendable than the silver. You still have to sell the silver to actually use it. I don't know what will happen 100 years from now if we'll start using silver again. But silver, you can't just like, oh, I'm going to go to Wawa and spend silver for my hoagie. That's not going to happen. You need cash still. So that's what's going to happen. Anybody else want to chime in? Peanut?
I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Is 100 in silver or $100 bill going to be worth more in 100 years?
This is like a rhetorical question. We have a fiat currency. In 100 years, that $100 bill is going to be worth at best $50. Probably more like
That's speculative.
$10.
You don't know. You really don't know.
I mean, if
How
you
much
look,
do you know silver is going to be worth? It could also go down.
the amount of silver in this earth is finite.
Yes.
So, realistically speaking, unless they discover some silver mine with like more silver,
I'm pretty
every
sure.
Tomahawk missile that detonates irreparably expenses like 10 pounds of silver or something like that. It's a scarce and valuable, rare resource.
I mean, so like, you're saying 100 years from now, as if like, as far as I'm concerned, like, and I catastrophize a lot. But like, in 100 years from now, like, I think we're going to be relatively fucked as a society. So like, what actual values does silver have other than the values that society holds? Like, it's a little bit conductive.
Well,
right?
like, I mean, if
Like,
we,
in that sense, it's worth something. 100 years from now, a dollar bill could be useless. It could be used for fire.
Even
it
if
is
you use
useless
this-
already, basically. Like,
Even if you use the silver on like bombing or whatever you're trying to bomb, it still exists. Like it's what the second law of dynamics. Like you don't create or destroy; it's just moved around. You're not destroying the material; it still exists.
yo, in wait, sorry. Scott.
There he is. It's Peter. Take your hat off, boy, like a dollar bill.
So that movie, Once Upon a Time in the West, or A Million Ways to Die in the West, takes place in roughly what year? 30s, 20s, 1812. Think about the value of a $1 bill back then, when it was scarce, rare, valuable.
How much was silver back then and now?
Probably the value of silver back then probably less than the value.
Silver was worth a lot back
I
then.
mean, still worth a lot for sure, but
I don't know if it was less or more actually. Do you?
I released Clark.
Everybody do nothing. All you do is rob the gas station. Release my nigga.
Come on,
Release my nigga.
maybe he'll calm down. Hide those cannolis though.
How'd you like?
Hide your wife.
You need that soundbite too.
I know something's wrong when a little pretty white girl ran into a black man's arms. Something's wrong here.
Okay, but I mean, maybe the chat can weigh in. My mom says silver, and I think that valuing precious metals over a fiat currency that our government prints like wildfire is fair.
MRD's 1117 said, the silver will appreciate more.
Facts.
So are you saying
That silver.
the physical $100 bill, or what you do with that $100 bill?
No, because then there's a whole lot of like speculation as to what you could do with the $100. Like
This whole
opportunity.
thing is speculation.
Yeah,
It's
but-
100 years from now.
I mean, like conventional wisdom says that the silver, the gold, the copper is going to be worth more in 100 years than the devaluing currency that we will basically be using to wipe our ass in 100 years.
Or start a fire, which could be very useful.
Well, that's like, I mean, it's just even if like we are living in post-apocalyptic Earth and we're all, in a Mad Max scenario, silver and gold is still going to have utility. It's still going to have rarity and scarcity. Like,
No. At the end of the day, I do agree. I'm just
yeah,
playing devil's advocate.
yeah. Okay.
Yo, Dan. Give me the Wi-Fi. I want to link the podcast to someone. Give me the Wi-Fi.
What about? So Devin weighs in. Devin says bonds. I'm not a big Bond fan. I mean, I love James Bond, but as far as like bonds go, that's
Start with password.
it's password.
With a capital or no?
No capital.
Don't.
I thought you just put that in.
Yo, Chris, what are you guys streaming on?
YouTube.
Okay. I want to link it to some people.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Share the pot.
Yeah.
Okay, so silver, the ounce of silver was $24 back in 1880. It is about the same now.
So
No, it's a little bit higher, right?
It's $24.85 right now.
What was the value of $1?
The value of the dollar was better back then.
Better back then. So you could buy a house with. So it would cost about $500,000 to buy a house back then. What year are we talking about?
1880.
How much did it cost to buy a house?
Like 1,000.
Okay, so how can you say that the dollar has had the same amount of buying power over that 100 years?
Well, you could use silver back then. You can't use it. You have to sell it for dollars.
Yes, but you could sell it for more dollars
Okay,
now than you could have back then.
Sell your precious metals right now so you can buy stuff. It's not easy to just sell precious metals.
So you're saying from a convenience standpoint.
It's less practical.
That's what you're saying. But
Which-
like value-wise.
Value-wise, yeah, sure, it could. We don't know in 100 years what's gonna happen.
But 100
silver
years
could
ago,
prob- Well, yeah, but silver will probably go up. We can't really tell, but you also more likely will not be able to use it as easily.
I mean, that's hard to say too.
Yes,
You know,
I
you
agree.
can
I agree.
start
Both are.
using silver to trade again. You don't know.
I doubt it, but yeah, you could.
Okay. Crypto. Anyone here a fan of crypto? I'm not. NFTs, non-fungible token, a picture of.
Pretty sure everyone hates NFTs.
There were some.
There are
people-
like a few people that do, and then they get like blasted for it. And
Well, they deserve to be blasted. They are trash.
they're like canceled for it.
Sorry.
Clarky's about to mess up the pot.
Yeah.
At least we don't have a candle in here this time.
Clarky's like, what up, though?
He's just stepping all over the keyboard. He's gonna hit one of the things on the Elgato because he's a cat.
He's eventually gonna simmer.
What is this? Another prediction? I don't think that's true either.
Look, he's already simmering.
It's a good time.
He's not.
It's a good time for the cat soundbite.
Do I have? Oh wait, hold up. Where the fuck is it? I need to make these more like intuitively placed.
They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. Eating the cat. Eating the cat. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats.
All right, someone take a big bite out of it.
Eating the cat. They're eating the dogs. Eating the cat. Eating the cat.
Sorry, Clark's a little stupid. I'm sorry.
Okay. Does anyone want to preach the merit of any other kind of investment vehicles, or can we move on? No.
I think it's time to move on.
All right.
What about real estate?
Do you want to take the leeway on this?
I don't. I'm just throwing it out there because it wasn't mentioned.
There's a few that like money markets and high yield savings. Those are like okay. They don't really make it that much. And you can only do like one transaction per month on those. Real estate, if you have the money and the ability to like actually work on it and make it appreciate, it's a good option. But for the most part, for like an average person, I don't think it's a good investment. You have to be knowledgeable in it.
All right.
Fair.
So, a recent study came out that said 52% of college graduates graduated and went to a career field that their college degree wasn't even necessary to obtain, which warrants the question, is university a scam? Jason?
When you say a scam, you mean financially?
I suppose it could also be as a waste of time. I suppose it could be a
Time is
waste
money.
of effort. It could be a waste of energy.
Sure, I'll chime in. So financially, I could see that, although I'm not in really much of a position to speak on it because mine was paid for. I would say in terms of time and effort or what you can get out of it, I didn't get a ton out of it educationally, but I got a lot out of it socially. I do think you get similar benefits from that going, but for me, made a pretty big impact on who I am.
That's actually a good point with the socially, because connections is a big part of networking and actually getting good jobs. So that is a good benefit for colleges.
Yeah, and I mean, I'll be honest, I'm not even speaking in terms of networking. I think obviously that's huge. I saw plenty of fellow students who got a ton of networking from that, but for me, it was more so just socially and figuring out like who I am and just like growing. So I don't view college as a scam, but again, I think I have a little bit of a sort of bias take in terms of the payment side of things.
Okay. Peanut?
I feel like financially, it doesn't make sense anymore. Like I think there's a lot of jobs that you don't need to go to college for that require it.
Of them, yeah.
And even now, like when I'm looking at,
Well, those 52%, that might be having a degree in general. It might not just be the degree in their field. But if you just have a GED, you might not get those jobs.
Possibly.
it's oversaturation, right? Like too many people got the same degree, so then that degree doesn't mean as much anymore. So like financially, and also the fact that like colleges aren't for your benefit, they're for the people who own it benefit, and they just kind of disguise it as that. I feel like in the future, colleges are going to be considered a scam. I think in the past they were.
Move on to president.
50-50.
52-48 technically. Cherney?
I'd say for the most part, yes, they are a scam. I think trade schools are better in finding a specialization where you can actually make more money, and your degree or trade is worth more than what just a generic like associates or bachelor's would be. Yeah, I think it's better to go toward the trade than just call it like university.
And right?
I don't know if college is a scam necessarily. What's a scam is the loans. So you're asking an 18-year-old
Yes.
whose prefrontal cortex is not
Yes.
completely developed yet,
Facts.
meaning the part of the brain that helps with decision making.
Go off, King.
Alright. And the interest rates are absurd. It's insane how high the interest rates are. So they're taking out a loan, they don't even know what the ramifications of that are going to be down the road. So it's just like that. The part of it that's, you know, a scam is the predatory loans. I think like Jason made a good point about the social aspect of it. Growing and maturing as a person, like that's super important that you miss if you don't go to college, right? And just like learning the responsibilities of things. But, you know, the loans are outrageous and I think it's insane.
I think the financial loan sharking is a big part of why it's a scam.
Right.
If I could also weigh in again in terms of like the social stuff, like I think obviously you can grow as a person no matter where you are. At least from my college experience, I was put in a situation with a much more diverse group of people than I have in where I currently live. So I think I was exposed to a lot of different people, a lot of different things, different cultures, different just things to do with my time, which I would not have experienced being in my current area. So for me, that was another way to just get out and see the world, was going to college.
Essentially, like college forced you to leave your hometown and actually experience life outside of it.
Yes.
Unless
Yeah.
you go to Bucks County. I mean, I went there too.
Them fighting words.
So
Go Centurion.
it's funny because Cherney brings up a point there, and right, I'm the department lead of a biotech company, and I can say definitively that Bucks County Community College taught me more towards my job than Temple or Delval did. Which speaks to the scam of college.
I mean, I don't know if I'm like a perfect example of what is conventionally wise, but I mean, I was part of the Radio Bucks Club, and that kind of
I was there as well.
kind of set me up for like this, you know, gave me a little bit. What? We're not starting Stefan did. I'm
That's not something It's just saying don't start with
We're going Charles Johnson.
He's overrated.
He's more chalk.
He was never more top than Stefan.
All right. Does anybody else want to weigh in on college?
College football? So, bro, I do have one more thing on college.
Go for it.
So another thing is fraternities and sororities. I know they're kind of laughable.
Yes, get
without-
belligerently drunk and then.
I'm actually saying the opposite. I know the stigma about it is that they're like useless and stuff, but that is great connections for like being in the same frat as someone gets you linked into so many different jobs that you can get because of being in that specific fraternity or that specific sorority.
Do you?
Connections is the most important way to get jobs.
If you had a child and you feared for their demise, would you sign them up to get hazed with lethal doses of alcohol?
Agree with hazing at all.
Okay, well, let me know when you find a college fraternity or sorority that doesn't.
I'm pretty sure they've
Have
gotten more lenient on that in recent years, especially after Penn State's thing.
I also think that that's the stigma that Cherney's talking about, right? Because I think there's actually a lot of fraternities and sororities that don't do that.
Yeah.
And it's probably only the few examples that do it that make the headlines.
Yeah, there's very nerdy fraternities that are actually not for like just going out and drinking and shit. Because there's a lot of fraternities that actually just don't do that, and they actually focus on more education and more connections. those fraternities and sororities are used for getting better jobs.
All right, so at this time, I'd like you fellas to pick up your Reddit advice, and we're gonna give a little bit of advice to these people. I mean, you don't have to pick it up. I can start. All right.
Yeah, you start.
So this column. Oh, Ryan's gonna want to hear this.
No, I do.
All right, I'll stall.
Stop.
Let's just do gratuitous sound bites. Here, fucking Jesus.
Oh, whoa.
Why?
Because fuck 'em, that's why.
What are some of my best sound bites?
Put your hat down. That's a $1 bill.
Yo, it's a great one. Here, let's go for a little intermission for a second.
Yeah.
Here we got some chat. I had no idea. Wait, why isn't it doing it? It will. Come on.
Katie
There
Crawford
we go.
said, I had no idea there was a chat party happening.
Hi, baby.
That was pretty
Hey, Katie, you can feel free to weigh in on. We're gonna give our advice right now. So here's the first one. This is Dear Ninja Reddit advice. This one's titled, I think my grandpa used my fleshlight sex toy, and I only noticed whilst I was using it. Should I confront him? Long story short,
Katie Crawford said, hi baby face rolling on the floor laughing.
long
Keep it
story
in your
short,
bedroom, guys. Come on.
yeah, my mom doesn't want to hear how people get off. I mean, that's too bad for her. Long story short, my grandpa is staying with us for a while. He is at home all day whilst me and my family all go to work, college. Anyway, the other evening I was using my fleshlight and I noticed some gray pubic hairs inside it. Obviously, it's not mine as I have no gray hair. The only person that does is my grandpa. I'm obviously totally...
MRD's 1117 said, pulling train on a fleshlight is nasty work.
I'm obviously totally grossed out by this and pissed at him going through my private things in my room and then using my private things. Do I confront him or just throw the toy away and forget about the whole thing? What do you guys say?
Who's up first?
Throw that John away.
Do both. Throw it away and confront him.
Peanut, what do you say?
I think you just live with that anxiety and throw it away.
Yeah, I'd probably throw it away, and then maybe it happens again, confront him. I don't know.
I don't know.
Like you throw it away.
You're gonna get
Either
it
way,
away.
right? Throw it away.
No. In the name of thriftiness, I don't know how much a fleshlight costs. It might be like a big ticket expense.
Dude,
Throw it in the dishwasher and
Why in the dishwasher?
how do you clean a fleshlight? I don't know.
Not with what you eat.
MRD's 1117 said, I'm throwing hands with Peacock, then throw it out.
You could always go for some revenge and throw some icy hot in there.
Oh, geez, Rick.
Put some chili powder.
Isn't there a story about Icy Hot?
No, there's not.
MRD's 1117
Never.
said, Grandpa's soul is in that fleshlight.
Yo, to be fair, you were once in Grandpa's balls, so
No.
I don't think that's how it works.
Your dad
was in Grandpa's balls.
Yeah, whichever.
All right, Jason, do you want to read one?
Which one? The
MRD's
I didn't have that
1117
one.
said,
Yeah, I didn't have
that's
that either.
different.
Read the shortest one.
The financial advice for a 20-year-old.
We all have different ones, and we probably won't.
These are not short.
Who's got a short
It's
one?
Reddit.
Who's
All
got a
right,
short
I'll
one?
do
Whip
I'll
it
do
out and throw it on the
It's
table.
not short, but financial advice for a 20-year-old girl. So my parents were never good at financial things, always living paycheck to paycheck. I'm currently living with my boyfriend in a trailer he bought on a plot of land he bought because he got $30K from a settlement for a work accident. But as of right now, he's blown all his money and we are broke. I bet he gambled it. I have a job. I have a job at the local Piggly Wiggly.
Where does she live in?
That's
Rural-
I'm pretty sure that's
rural
Texas.
Texas?
Yeah, I think Texas has Piggly Wiggly.
I feel like Kim Wexler worked at the Piggly Wiggly in Better Call Saul.
New Mexico?
No, no, I think she was from Kansas.
Oh, okay. So I have a job at the local Piggly Wiggly grocery store in the deli. It's exhausting labor for $9 an hour. Luckily, I don't have to pay for rent or mortgage because we own the trailer we live in. But I do have to pay bills and groceries and other necessities, but I'm only making about $300 a week. I don't have a bank account or anything like that, and I live in a small bumfuck town in Alabama, because Alabama. So my job options are pretty limited. My boyfriend doesn't work and always calls me a nagging bitch for telling him
What a
he needs to
dick.
get a job. I don't know what to do. Get a new boyfriend. Why? Like, why? Dude, your boyfriend should get a job. Yes. Like, I don't know why you are with him. I don't know your reasonings.
But they have a plot of land.
With a
Kelly
trailer.
Crawford said, ditch the freeloader.
Based. Anyone else want opinions on this advice?
That was way too long for my attention.
I must have TikTok brain. I actually also spaced out, so I'm horrible for advice. All right, Ryan, what is your advice?
I think, I don't think we have all the information here. Like, do you
There
love
isn't a
him?
lot of
Do
information.
you love him? Is he cute? Like, I don't know. What else?
I mean,
qualifies him?
if you love him, I still think you do need to continue nagging him into a job.
So
So
do
like,
we
all right,
give
I
him an
have-
ultimatum?
I have a
Or you just give
question.
him an ultimatum?
possibly.
I have a
if
question.
that's what it comes down to.
I have a question for the table.
Also, why don't you have a bank account?
Do
It's
you
where you
think?
want down in Alabama.
Your money's in your mattress? What are you doing? Put some investments or something. I don't know. A
Do
bank
you-
account should be done.
Do you think that a woman can love a man that she doesn't respect? And I kind of get the feeling that this woman doesn't respect this man.
That's a loaded question. But what do you mean?
Do you think a woman can love a man that she doesn't respect?
What do you mean by respect?
I mean, if she like looks down upon him because he's a
I mean, you
deadbeat,
can.
like-
I
love
feel
them for
like
other
the
reasons.
answer is she can love him if she used to respect him and then lost it.
Yeah, probably.
That's almost like I feel like worse. If she used to respect him and lost it, then
He doesn't have a job.
No,
He's
and I'm
probably
not-
just
I'm
a
not-
piece of shit.
Yeah,
exactly.
I'm not coming to this guy's defense. I'm like,
Devil's advocate for his defense.
I'm just like saying, like, can a woman love a man whom she doesn't respect? Jason, what do you think?
I agree with what Peanut said. I mean, I think I don't know, you can go through a phase of your life where you are really depressed or you're really down or things aren't going your way. It doesn't mean you can't build back up and earn that respect back.
I feel like if you're losing respect, you're probably also losing love for them. I think you still can love someone you don't respect, but I feel like that does kind of tie into it.
Ryan, what do you say?
So are you saying love is like a verb or like a feeling? Seriously, like am I showing?
Well,
I don't respect you. Am I showing you love? Am I like?
my general belief
Yeah, like,
about love is a verb. It is not a feeling because
It's both.
we have discussed, feelings are fleeting. You know what I mean? Like love is not fleeting.
So
love is
a verb.
yes.
All right, so no, I don't think a woman would be motivated to love a man that she doesn't respect, right?
Yeah.
She's not going to do the things to show him love if she don't respect him.
That.
Yeah, real quick shout out to Ross who just tuned in.
Yo, what up, Ross? All right. Does anybody want to read another short one?
I'll read mine real quick.
Go for it. Please speak.
Should
super into the mic.
should I leave my
Oh,
wife for
wait, I want to take a pause. Guys, can we recognize it's Ross's birthday at
Happy
12,
birthday.
right?
Yeah, happy birthday, Ross.
Happy birthday, Ross.
Wow, good.
3 hours from now, less than 3 hours.
Um,
On the East Coast.
You may go.
should I leave my wife for being racist?
You had one.
I'm pretty sure I'm gonna say yes already.
I wanted to read this because
So what is
I had a similar situation with a friend, but
Oh,
they weren't. I wasn't married to them. Anyway,
Yeah.
I've been with my wife for about 5 years now. We have a 4-year-old daughter together. Up until this point, she's given no indication of racism. However, recently during a discussion when talking about my uncle, I mentioned how I think he's racist as he had a new issue when his daughter started dating a black guy a few years prior. During this convo, my wife said, "I'm not racist, but I would have a little bit of a problem with that too." I was taken aback. My wife could see how shocked I was, and she tried to walk it back. I asked her to explain what she meant, and she refused, continually wanting to just move on. It's been 2 days. I just can't look at her the same. She says she didn't
Katie
mean it.
Crawford said, "Hi, Clark."
But I think she just saw how upset I was. I don't think she's completely racist, but I also don't think you can have even a little problem with your daughter dating a black person and not be at least a little bit racist. Honestly, I don't know if I can ever move on. Should I let it go? Should I leave her because this could just be the tip of the iceberg? Should I try and force a conversation even though she so far seems unwilling? Thanks for any advice.
Wait, did he say what the problem was that he had this thought of having a boyfriend that's black?
Just that he was black.
I
She
mean,
wouldn't
that's,
have the conversation. That's my point. She wouldn't have the conversation.
jeez. I mean, yeah, probably you should leave.
I mean, I feel like the conversation needs to happen.
Yeah, definitely, but it sounds like she don't even want to have the conversation. So,
Right now, right?
Yeah,
now.
I mean,
Yeah, so the reason
Right. Can you shut that door, please? Did you open it?
Yeah, it's really hot.
You fucking.
the reason
I can turn. Here, I'll go turn. You guys keep going.
Clark.
Yeah.
Then we can.
the reason I wanted to share this was because I had a similar situation with a friend years ago, and at first, I'm not giving you a name. You might remember. At first, I didn't.
Katie Crawford said, "You guys are terrible at giving advice because none of you are listening to the whole story, lol."
They're not giving the whole story. All they said was she had a problem with the daughter, the boy having a black
I think she must. All right. Keep.
the girl having a black boyfriend. Like, what are we supposed to do from that?
Why did the camera resolution go like?
Probably
down?
because Clark is happening.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
All right, keep going. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, you're good.
I was just saying, once I dug a little deeper into the racism I found out from this other person, that like I decided to like for real end the friendship. So like in this situation, like I think more needs to be discussed because like you just don't know.
Yeah, I feel like this girl was probably just closeted and not comfortable, and then things happened, and then she became comfortable, and yeah, time to get rid of her.
Yo, chat. If you could tell me, did the resolution just like get shitty? Because it was really good, and now it's not. Does anybody want to? I don't know where I stand on this. Like I do believe.
I think more discussion needs to be had, obviously.
That's what I said.
We need more context before actually giving advice.
I think
But-
it's like I don't think it's an adequate reason to divorce. You know, like if they were.
At what point does it become an adequate reason?
I suppose if they are truly like problematically bigoted, she's a racist.
Yeah,
like
that's why we need more context. We
Yeah,
don't
like-
know what the heck the racist.
Katie Crawford said, "She's a racist."
Okay, get rid of her. Get rid of her.
All right. Fair. Does anybody want to read the next one? Katie, can you tell me if the resolution looks shitty on your end? Because on my end, it just got like blurry.
Yeah,
But
that's
who's-
very shitty on my end too.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Then something happened.
Clark.
Well, I just like brushed it off.
I mean, it's not bad. It probably
Katie
Seems like
Crawford
there's a blur
said,
right now.
"It's still blurry."